That was filled with what is without a doubt the best variable ND filter that I have ever tried to date. So the filter I'm talking about is of course the True Color variable ND filter from NiSi. I've had this filter now for a little while and I'm absolutely sold on it. I honestly think it's fantastic. Somehow, I don't know how, I'm not this smart, they managed to create a filter that has true colors and color consistency, which, you know, those of you who've been using a lot of variable ND filters, it's kind of rare. A lot of them have some heavy color shifts to either green or magenta, and not only that, also some heavy vignetting, you know, the X factor. And with some clever engineering that I'll show you in a second, NiSi has also managed to, you know, eliminate that. I know, it's fantastic. All the clips in this video that are filmed outside are filmed with the filter on. It's on right now, it's right there. And what do you think? It looks good, right? I even have the sun, it's right over there, shining bright in my face. And it's still, you know, like I always look good. I don't always look good, but right now, I do look good, you know. So before the making of this video, I actually reached out to NiSi and asked if they wanted to sponsor this video, which they happily agreed to, so big thanks for that. Also, there will be a pretty sick giveaway, so make sure to watch to the end of this video. So just to give you guys a little reference and comparison, then this footage right here is filmed with the variable ND filter from Hoya, and you can clearly see some green color shift towards the green side. Here's the same footage, but with the true color variable ND filter from NiSi that we've been using, and it's totally different. The colors here are much nicer, and this is a problem I often see with ND filters, especially variable ND filters, is the color shift to either green or magenta. Anyways, let's take a closer look at the build quality of the filter and all these little things that they have, and just have a good time in the studio, me and you. So let's head to the studio. So welcome everybody to my studio. Before we take a closer look at this filter right here and touch on all the neat features that they have packed in it, then I just want to quickly go over why you would need ND filters in the first place. Now, if you already know, you can just easily skip this part. You might also notice that I have, you know, timestamps throughout the video, so you can easily jump to the position of the video that interests you the most. I'm not here to waste your time, so yeah, you can do that. Also, while I have your attention, if you could please smack that like button, then, you know, you're also helping me out. Now, why would you need ND filters in the first place? Basically, ND filters are like sunglasses for your camera. If you are in very bright conditions and you want to maintain that nice, you know, motion blur, so you have that 180 shutter speed rule in order to get, you know, the best possible footage that you can, then you will have to have ND filters. For instance, this scene here is decently exposed, especially given the fact that it's super harsh lighting. This is not ideal conditions at all to film when the sun is just so bright and the shadows are this hard. But with the ND filter at the third stop of exposure, I'm able to expose this so it looks nice. Without it, my friends, let me show you how it looks like. Then I think we can all agree that this right here is not really usable footage at all. I am reflecting, you see this? I could go like stop, and this would be seen to the moon, you know? And of course the same goes if you want to keep this shallow depth of field and have low aperture, so you get nice bokeh, but you still want to have good motion blur because you care about the quality and having, you know, the best possible footage, then there's really no way around it. The ND filter in those conditions will be your best friend. This is definitely not catching focus. Catch focus, there. You can see it here. You understand? So this right here, my friends, is the filter. Let me see if we can catch focus here. Is it in focus? Yep, and as you can see, it's variable like this. Super, super nice. Now I think the attention to details is very, very high, and I super much appreciate that. For instance, when you receive it, you get this like Super nice pouch too. It looks like this. Here you can see the pouch. And I like this, you know. It's when companies have this attention to details, it just makes the whole experience much better. Now the filter itself, it feels very nice, it feels robust, and it's not too heavy. I like that. Also, when you turn it around like this, it has some nice friction to it. Personally, I can't, you know, stand variable ND filters that turn too easily, then you just don't hit the exact same spots and or they move. I get angry and I release my inner Viking. They also have this little guy right here, like a lever. It's removable, so you don't have to use it. But I find that it's extremely nice. I've never seen a brand having this lever before, so this is definitely like a NiSi thing, and it's just makes, when you're on the go in a run and gun environment, turning it super nice and convenient. I definitely like that. Now, what I think could possibly be one of the coolest things, except the fact that they have this true color thing where they manage to maintain, you know, perfect colors and color consistency, which is awesome, you know, then they've eliminated the X factor by making hard stops at the places. So when you turn, they stop at the specific places. You see, usually ND filters, they turn around and around and around. And the problem with that is that eventually you will run into the X factor, some heavy vignetting. It's just because of the way ND filters are built with two glasses stacked on top of each other, then there will come a time where they collide and you will get unusable footage. So having this hard stop makes it super convenient because although, of course, on all ND filters you can stop before you get to that point, then when you're out in a run and gun environment, you don't always see it, especially when you're using a small monitor like I have here. I don't always see if there is some heavy vignetting or not. Another cool thing worth to mention too with this filter is that NiSi has made the outer thread slightly bigger to further help combat that vignetting, you know? Alright, so I'm coming at you here with a little voiceover. Here we are checking the difference between having the filter on and off, and this footage right here has the NiSi filter on, and then this here is with the filter off, and personally I can't see any big noticeable color shifts. However, this footage is with the Hoya filter, and it clearly has some, you know, shifts to the green side. And then here, my friends, you can see them all side by side. This here is a much tighter shot with the filter on, and here is the same shot with the filter off. Here we are in my studio. I wanted to see the difference it might have in the colors on the skin tones. The left side is with the filter and the right side is without the filter, and the colors look like identical. I can't see any big difference, can you? And then just for the fun of it, I want to show you this footage right here. This is with the NiSi filter on the 5th stop of exposure, the maximum amount of exposure you can get on it, so at the top of the range. And there isn't really any heavy vignetting at all. It's brilliant, really. Anyways, the glass tool is top of the line with high definition optical glass, nano coating, and waterproof and anti-reflective coating too. Does this look beautiful? And then last but not least is a lens cap that fits on top of the ND filter itself. Very much appreciate that. Now, if you're out there wondering, like, should you get a variable ND filter or just a like non-variable ND filter in general? Is this a nice frame? I think this looks good. Then it really comes down to what type of footage and what type of style you're doing. For me personally, I'm always on the hunt for nice variable ND filters because the style of shooting I'm doing is so much run and gun. So being able to put an ND filter on like this, screw it on, and then in the environment being able to switch to the stop. So this is a 1 to 5 stop variable ND filter. That means that you get 5 steps of exposure inside of one ND filter. So by basically just, you know, turning it a little bit, you turn it just like from one side to the other, and you simply get one stop, then the next stop, and then the next stop, and then the next stop, depending on what like lighting condition you find yourself in at that time. Now, I can of course only speak for myself, but I've been very like impressed by the performance of the filter, and having this like true color capabilities where there's like next to no color shift is very valuable in my opinion. It means that I have to spend less time color correcting the footage, and also just getting colors to be accurate straight out of the camera is always better. As I said, color shift often goes to red or magenta, but sometimes filters make the blues in the footage look just way more exaggerated, and then you have to go and desaturated and all that boring stuff, you know. Plug and play, do like it a whole lot. Now, I did promise you guys a giveaway, so for all of you who are still watching, you're a total legend, and here is the giveaway. In collaboration with NiSi, we are gonna give away one of these variable blending filters. Now this is valuable stuff, so I really hope that you do win it. What you have to do, it's like with all YouTube giveaways, comment down below, like the video and subscribe to the channel, and tell me also, tell me why you should win it. I think that's good. Why do you need a variable blending filter? Other than that, NiSi asked if I could let you guys know that they're coming out with a whole series of these true color filters. And soon you'll be able to get a 5 to 9 stop variable blending filter. Personally, I can't wait to try that one out too. Also, if you want to learn more about this little piece of equipment, then in the description there's a link. If you click it, you can read everything, and you know what they say. Reading is leading. No, leaders are readers. Anyways, my friends, if you could smack that like button for me, it really helps me out. Consider subscribing, because I create a bunch of videos. And if you have any questions, as always, feel free to ask in comments down below. And yeah, there is a link down below. Click it, and thank you so much for your support. Catch you guys in the next video. I'm out. Peace.